Hello and welcome back to another Demis Hellen tutorial. So in Massive X you have two oscillators, and let's say we want to make a saw based sound. We can route oscillators 1 and 2 through to the output or via the filter here, so we'll just put the filter on and we've got our sound routed. So what can we do to further process this sound or make it sound multi-layered? So you can offset the tuning on them and you can put them through the voicing. So if we was to offset them and we start getting a nice detuned sound, we can put them through the unison and we can add 6 voices. And we get a nice sort of semi-thick sound. So what you can actually do is use this section here where you've got your A, B and C controls, and if you look in the routing we have these options here to actually change the routing route of them, obviously, but you can choose oscillators instead of just like choosing an effect or something to shape the sound. You can actually add more oscillators in. So technically, if you look at these 3 points, we actually have 5 oscillators. Now we have much more control over these initial 2, but these you get the option of a sine, saw and a pulse, and you get the octave options. You can invert phase and change the mix into there. So you do have the option also to have a PM oscillator, but we're not going to look into that. You still get 5 oscillators here. So now we have these, and I'm just going to route oscillator A whilst holding down the key, and B, and C. So let's have a listen to A first. And what we're going to do is pitch it up to 12, so we're actually 1 octave above. So now we have an extra oscillator, and you can obviously hear the other ones, and we could probably pitch that one down 1 octave to give it some depth, and then the final one could stay on saw, and we could just change the phase. So now if we turn the mix down on the pitched up, you can hear that it's clearly there, and we've now got 5 oscillators going through to the voicing, and you get a much thicker sound, and it sounds really good. It's something I've seen a few people commenting on this and saying that you can have extra oscillators, but at first sight you just think you have 2. And then let's obviously put this through here to the reverb. Let's just get rid of that. We'll set that to large hall. And straight away you get a nice thick sound. Also, what you could do on the original oscillators, the first 2 here, you can actually have different positions basically. So something reminiscent of the original massive VST. You can have like hard sync, mirror, bending, and then there's a few new ones here, and that just gives you further control over that. So you can have it mirrored. So obviously you wouldn't use this for a super saw, but I'm just demonstrating some of the different uses for these. So you can have a mess around with those. I'll go into stuff like this in more detail in future videos, but what you can do is obviously choose your sound and craft it so much more finely. To get that perfect sound. So a lot of people have said that Massive X is probably a little bit too complex for their productions. Fully understand that. It wouldn't be my go-to synth for a lot of reasons, just because things like Spire, Original Massive, etc. have very quick and easy sound design, but I do like the level, and I think Massive X is probably going to be more towards the basses and pads for me, just because there's a lot more control to create atmosphere and like soundscapes and stuff like that. And obviously for the basses, this thing is hard. It's very, very hard. So you can create some really rough, rugged trance basses with this. So watch out for those tutorials in the future. I'm going to be doing quite a few. So finally, if you haven't already, this is just a quick plug. My preset pack for Spire is available now on my website at demishellen.com. Link in the description, and you can head over and get the pack there, and there's going to be other packs to follow, so I'm working on getting one released for Massive, the original, Hive 2, and some for Serum as well. So keep your eyes peeled for them. I'm going to be releasing some obviously visual videos so you can see and hear what the sounds are like, and yeah, I thought I'd just get that in there. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and let me know in the comments what you thought. Is there anything that you can add to this? Is there anything that I've missed? I'm always happy to know, and I can always update my tutorials then. And finally, subscribe if you haven't already, 2 videos a week minimum, and hit the bell icon so you see them first. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.